Chosen one, God is calling you to pause right now, to stop for just a few seconds, because a divine message is waiting for you. This isn't about rushing forward or chasing what's next. It's about standing still, listening closely, and hearing the whisper of truth that's meant for your soul. God has something critical to tell you, something that will shift the course of your life forever. Your heart already knows this moment is sacred, so stay with me, because what's coming will awaken the purpose you were born to fulfill. Right now, the Creator is asking you to hold steady, not because you're weak, but because you're powerful beyond measure. The world pulls you in 1,000 directions, bills piling up, voices demanding your attention, dreams that feel out of reach. But God says, stop. Just for a moment, let the noise fade. In this stillness, you'll hear His voice, clear and unshakable, guiding you toward a path that's been carved out since the beginning of time. You're not here by chance. You're a chosen one, hand-picked for a mission that only you can complete. This pause isn't about waiting passively. It's about preparing your spirit for what's coming. Think of Moses standing before the burning bush. He wasn't running toward his destiny or fighting against it. He stopped, looked, and listened. And in that moment, God spoke, revealing a purpose that would change history. Your burning bush is here, right now, in this message. God is asking you to listen because He's about to hand you the keys to a transformation that will ripple through your life and touch everyone around you. Before we go deeper, I need you to do something. Hit that like button to anchor this moment in your heart. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path together. And in the comments, type 777 to declare that you're ready to receive what God has for you. These actions aren't just clicks, they're a signal to the universe that you're open to the divine shift about to unfold. God's voice is speaking to you now, chosen one. And it's not a shout, it's a whisper that cuts through the chaos. You've been running, striving, maybe even doubting if you're enough. But the truth is, you were never meant to carry the weight alone. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." That stillness is where your strength lies. When you pause, you're not stopping progress, you're aligning with a divine rhythm that moves mountains. This moment is your reset, your chance to hear the instructions that will lead you to victory. Imagine a seed buried in the earth. It doesn't fight to break through the soil. It waits, trusting the process, until the right moment comes to rise. That's you right now. God is telling you to wait, not because you're stuck, but because He's preparing the ground for your breakthrough. The struggles you've faced, the late nights, the closed doors, the moments of doubt weren't meant to break you. They were training you to trust His timing. Every challenge has been a setup for the miracle that's about to bloom. You might feel like you're standing still, but you're not stagnant. God is working behind the scenes, aligning people, opportunities and resources to meet you exactly where you are. Think of Joseph, sold into slavery, locked in a prison cell. To the world, he looked forgotten. But in those quiet moments, God was shaping him into a leader who would save nations. Your pause is not a punishment, it's preparation for a purpose so big it will leave others in awe. This stillness is your power, chosen one. It's not about doing more, it's about being more. When you stop to listen, you tap into a wisdom that the world can't give you. It's like tuning a radio to the right frequency. Suddenly, the static clears, and you hear the voice that's been guiding you all along. God is recalibrating your spirit, sharpening your vision, and filling you with a peace that no storm can shake. You're not just waiting, you're being forged into someone unstoppable. Have you ever noticed how the greatest moments in life come when you least expect them? That job offer that appeared out of nowhere, that connection that changed everything, that spark of inspiration that turned your world upside down. God works in the unexpected, but He needs you to be ready to receive it. Right now, He's asking you to listen, because the next step you take will be guided by His hand. It's not about forcing doors open. It's about walking through the ones He's already unlocked. Your life is about to shift in ways you can't yet see. The dreams you've carried, the prayers you've whispered, they haven't been ignored. They've been held in God's hands, waiting for the perfect moment to manifest. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That future is unfolding now, but you need to hear His instructions first. Stop, listen, and trust that what's coming is bigger than anything you've imagined. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly paused? Not just to catch your breath, but to let God speak to your soul. The world teaches us to keep moving, to hustle, to chase. But God's way is different. He calls you to a sacred stillness where His voice becomes louder than the chaos. In that space, you'll find clarity. You'll see the path that's been hidden by your fears. You'll feel the strength that's been growing inside you all along. If this message is stirring something in you, don't ignore it. Type 777 inches the comments to claim this moment as yours. It's a declaration that you're ready to listen, ready to receive, ready to step into the divine purpose God has for you. Your action is a step of faith, a signal that you're aligned with the truth being spoken over your life. God's message to you is clear. Don't move yet. Not because you're not ready, but because He's preparing you for something extraordinary. Think of David before he faced Goliath. He didn't rush into battle the moment he heard the giant's taunts. He waited, gathered his stones, and trusted God's guidance. That pause gave him the confidence to slay what others feared. Your pause is giving you the tools to conquer what's ahead. Every time you felt stuck, it wasn't a dead end, it was a divine detour. God was redirecting you, teaching you, shaping you. The moments you thought were wasted were moments He was building your character. The tears you shed were watering the seeds of your destiny. Now, as you stand in this moment of stillness, you're about to see those seeds break through the soil. What's coming is not just a blessing, it's a transformation that will redefine your life. You're not like everyone else, chosen one. The world may try to pull you into its pace, but you move to a different rhythm, God's rhythm. When you listen to Him, you step out of the ordinary and into the supernatural. Your life becomes a testimony of His power, a living proof that His plans are unstoppable. People will look at you and wonder how you're thriving when others are struggling. They'll see the peace in your eyes, the strength in your step, and they'll know something divine is at work. This pause is your moment to realign. It's not about sitting back, it's about standing firm in the truth of who you are. You're not defined by your past mistakes or the doubts of others. You're defined by God's purpose for you. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." That purpose is calling you now, and it starts with listening. God is speaking to your heart, chosen one. He's telling you that the struggles you've faced were never meant to destroy you, they were meant to reveal your strength. Every time you thought you couldn't go on, He carried you. Every time you felt alone, He was there. Now, He's asking you to trust Him one more time. Stop for a few seconds. Let His voice wash over you. Let His peace fill you. This is the moment where everything changes. Picture a river. flowing steadily, carving its path through stone. It doesn't rush or force its way, it moves with purpose, guided by a force greater than itself. That's you right now. God is guiding you, shaping your path, removing obstacles you can't even see. When you pause to listen, you align with that divine flow. You step into a current that carries you toward abundance, joy, and purpose. You might be wondering, why me? Why am I chosen? The answer is simple, because God saw something in you that the world couldn't. He saw a heart that wouldn't break, a spirit that wouldn't quit, a soul that was made to shine. You're not chosen because you're perfect, you're chosen because you're His. And right now, He's calling you to listen so He can show you the next step. This message is your invitation to trust God's timing. The world will tell you to move faster, to do more, to be more. But God says, be still. In that stillness, you'll find the courage to face what's ahead. You'll find the wisdom to make the right choices. You'll find the strength to walk the path He's laid out for you. This is your moment, chosen one. Don't move yet, listen first. God's voice is not just a sound, it's a force. It's the same voice that spoke the universe into existence, that calmed the storms, that raised the dead. And right now, that voice is speaking to you. It's telling you that your time is coming. The doors you've been knocking on are about to open. The dreams you've carried are about to take flight. But first, you need to hear His instructions. You need to know the way. When you pause, you're not giving up control, you're giving it to God. You're saying, I trust you more than I trust myself. That's not weakness, it's wisdom. It's the kind of faith that moves mountains, that parts seas, that changes lives. Your pause is a declaration that you believe in God's plan more than the world's noise. It's a step toward a future that's brighter than you can imagine. Right now, God is aligning the pieces of your life, the people you're meant to meet, the opportunities you're meant to seize, the blessings you're meant to receive. They're all coming together, but you need to be ready. You need to be listening. That's why He's asking you to stop for a few seconds, not to hold you back, but to propel you forward with clarity and purpose. If this message is resonating with you, take a moment to act. Hit that like button to seal this truth in your spirit. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls who are stepping into their divine calling. And type 777 inches the comments to proclaim that you're ready to hear God's voice. These steps are your way of saying, I'm here and I'm listening. God's plan for you is not a mystery. It's a promise. He's not hiding it from you. He's revealing it step by step. Every time you pause to listen, you're taking another step toward your destiny. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer, a vessel for His glory, a light in a world that needs it. Your life is about to become a living testimony of what happens when you trust God's voice. Think of Esther, a young woman who paused to seek God's guidance before stepping into a moment that would save her people. She didn't act on impulse. She waited, she prayed, she listened, and because she did, she walked into a throne room with confidence and changed the course of history. Your pause is your preparation for a moment just as powerful. You're not alone in this, chosen one. God is with you, guiding you, speaking to you. The world may try to drown out His voice, but it can't silence it. When you stop to listen, you'll hear Him above the noise. You'll feel His presence in the quiet. You'll know that every step you take is guided by His hand. This is your time to shine, but first, you must listen. Your life is a canvas, and God is the artist. Every stroke, every color, every detail is part of His masterpiece. Right now, He's adding a new layer, one that will bring out the beauty of your purpose. But you need to let Him work. You need to pause, to trust, to listen. The world will wait, your destiny won't. This is the moment where you step into the fullness of who you were created to be. God's message is clear. Don't move yet. Not because you're not enough, but because you're more than enough. He's preparing you for a victory that will leave others speechless. He's equipping you for a purpose that will change lives. He's calling you to listen so you can walk in the power He's placed within you. Stop for a few seconds, chosen one, and let His voice lead you to greatness. Every pause is a moment of power. It's not about standing still, it's about standing strong. When you listen to God, you're not just hearing words, you're receiving a blueprint for your future. You're being given the map to a life of abundance, purpose, and joy. The world may see your pause as hesitation, but God sees it as faith. He sees it as trust. He sees it as the beginning of something extraordinary. You've been through storms, chosen one. You've faced trials that would have broken others, but you're still here, still standing, still shining. That's because God has been with you every step of the way. Now, He's asking you to listen one more time, to trust one more time, to believe that what's coming is worth the wait. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. This moment is sacred. It's not just a pause, it's a turning point. It's the moment where you choose to let go of the world's demands and embrace God's promises. It's the moment where you say, I'm ready to hear you. I'm ready to follow you. When you do, you'll see doors open that you never knew existed. You'll see blessings flow that you never thought possible. God is speaking to you right now, chosen one. His voice is clear, His message is true, and His plan is perfect. Don't move yet, listen first. Let His words sink deep into your soul. Let His truth guide your steps. You're not just a person, you're a purpose, a promise, a chosen one. And what's coming next will prove it to the world. Your pause is not a delay, it's a divine setup. God is positioning you for something so big it will change the way you see yourself. The struggles you've faced, the doubts you've carried, they're all being transformed into stepping stones for your destiny. When you listen, you're not just hearing God, you're aligning with His power, His wisdom, His love. This is the moment where everything shifts. Think of Noah, building the ark while the world laughed. He didn't rush to prove them wrong. He listened to God's instructions, step by step, plank by plank, and when the floods came, he was ready. Your pause is your ark-building moment. It's the time where you gather what you need, trust what you hear, and prepare for the flood of blessings that's coming. God's voice is your compass, chosen one. It's the one thing that will never lead you astray. The world will try to pull you in every direction, but His voice will keep you on course. When you stop to listen, you're not just pausing, you're choosing to follow the one who knows the way. You're choosing to trust the one who holds your future. This is not about waiting for something to happen, it's about knowing that it's already happening. God is moving in your life right now. He's opening doors, shifting circumstances, preparing the way. But He needs you to hear Him. He needs you to trust Him. He needs you to pause so you can step into the fullness of His plan. You're not ordinary, chosen one. You never were. The world may not see it yet, but God does. He sees the fire in your soul, the strength in your spirit, the purpose in your heart. And right now, He's calling you to listen so He can show you who you really are. Stop for a few seconds. Let His voice guide you. Let His truth set you free. Your life is about to become a testament to God's power. People will look at you and see something different, something divine. They'll see the way you carry yourself, the way you shine, the way you walk with confidence. They'll know that you've heard God's voice, that you've trusted His plan, that you've paused to let Him lead. This is your moment, chosen one. Don't move yet, listen first. God's message is not just for today, it's for every day of your life. Every time you pause to listen, you're stepping closer to the person He created you to be. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just existing, you're fulfilling a purpose that was written in the stars. Trust His voice, trust His timing, trust that what's coming is beyond anything you've dreamed. This pause is your power, chosen one. It's the moment where you let go of the world's expectations and embrace God's promises. It's the moment where you stop striving and start trusting. It's the moment where you hear the voice that will lead you to a life of abundance, joy, and purpose. Don't move, yet listen first. God is speaking, and He's speaking to you. Every time you've felt lost, God was guiding you. Every time you've felt weak, He was strengthening you. Every time you've felt alone, He was right there. Now, He's asking you to pause so you can hear His voice above the noise. He's asking you to trust that His plan is perfect, that His timing is flawless, that His purpose for you is unstoppable. This is your moment to listen, to trust, to rise. You're not just a person, you're a miracle in the making. God is shaping you, refining you, preparing you for something extraordinary. When you pause to listen, you're not just waiting, you're stepping into the power He's placed within you. You're aligning with a destiny that's been yours since the beginning of time. Stop for a few seconds, chosen one, and let God's voice lead you to greatness. This is not the end of your journey, it's the beginning of a new chapter. God is writing your story, and every word is filled with purpose. Every pause is a moment of preparation. Every moment of listening is a step toward victory. You're not just chosen, you're called. You're not just loved, you're led. Trust His voice, trust His plan, trust that what's coming is worth the wait. God's voice is your anchor, chosen one. It's the one thing that will never let you drift. When you stop to listen, you're not just hearing words, you're receiving a promise of hope, of strength, of a future that shines brighter than the Sunday. This is your moment to pause, to listen, to let God lead you to the life you were born to live. You've been through the fire, chosen one, but you've come out stronger. You've walked through the darkness, but you've carried the light. Now, God is asking you to pause so He can show you the way forward. He's not asking you to figure it out on your own. He's asking you to trust Him, to listen to Him, to let Him guide you to a destiny that's greater than anything you've imagined. This pause is your moment of transformation. It's the moment where you let go of the past and step into the future. It's the moment where you trade doubt for faith, fear for courage, struggle for victory. God is speaking to you right now, chosen one. His voice is clear, His message is true, and His plan is perfect. Don't move, yet listen first. The best is yet to come. Your pause is not just a moment of stillness, chosen one. It's a divine invitation to see what others cannot. God is opening your eyes to truths hidden beneath the surface of your life. The world may rush past, blind to the deeper currents, but you're being called to look closer, to hear the whispers of purpose that have been waiting for you. Right now, God is revealing a vision so clear, it will change how you move forward. His voice is guiding you to a truth that will set your soul free. Think of the eagle soaring above the earth. It doesn't flap its wings in panic or chase every gust of wind. It glides, trusting the air to carry it, seeing the world from a height others can't reach. That's what God is doing with you in this moment. He's lifting you above the chaos, giving you a perspective that reveals the path ahead. When you pause to listen, you're not just waiting, you're rising to a place where you can see His plan unfolding. God's voice is a light in the fog, chosen one. Life may have felt like a maze, with twists and turns that left you questioning your direction, but his words are cutting through the confusion, showing you the way. You're not lost, you're being led. Every step you've taken, even the ones that felt like mistakes, were part of his map. Now, as you stop to listen, he's showing you the next turn, the one that leads to a future filled with promise. This moment of listening is your foundation. It's where you build the strength to face what's coming. God isn't asking you to have all the answers. He's asking you to trust his. Think of Abraham, called to leave his home for a land he didn't know. He didn't demand a map or a guarantee. He listened, he trusted, and he moved. When God said move, your pause is preparing you for a journey just as bold, just as transformative. You're not alone in this, chosen one. The same God who spoke to the prophets, who guided the kings, who lifted the broken, is speaking to you now. His voice is not distant or faint. It's alive, vibrant, and personal. When you stop to listen, you're not just hearing words, you're connecting with the creator of the universe. He knows your name, your struggles, your dreams, and he's calling you to a purpose that's uniquely yours. If this truth is stirring your heart, let it take root. Hit that like button to claim this moment. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking in God's light. And type 777 inches, the comments to declare that you're open to his guidance. These steps are your way of saying, I hear you, God. I'm ready to follow. God's message to you is not a suggestion, it's a command. Not a command to obey out of fear, but to listen out of love. He's not forcing you into a box. He's freeing you to become who you were always meant to be. The world may tell you to keep moving, to figure it out, to fix it yourself. But God says, stop, listen, let me lead. When you do, you'll find a peace that anchors you, no matter the storm. Picture a lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves. It doesn't fight the sea or try to calm it. It simply shines, guiding ships to safety through the darkest nights. That's you right now, chosen one. Your pause is your light. When you listen to God, you become a beacon for others, a living proof that his voice can guide anyone through the roughest waters. Your life is about to shine brighter than you ever thought possible. God is not just speaking to your mind, he's speaking to your spirit. He's awakening something inside you that's been dormant, waiting for this moment. You've felt it before, haven't you? That spark, that sense that you're meant for more. That's not wishful thinking, that's God's call. When you pause to listen, you're fanning that spark into a flame that will light up your path and inspire those around you. You've carried burdens, chosen one. You've faced battles that left scars no one else can see. But those scars are not signs of defeat. They're proof of your strength. God is using this moment to heal what's been broken, to restore what's been lost. When you stop to listen, you're giving him space to work miracles in your life. You're letting him turn your pain into power, your struggles into stories of victory. This pause is your sanctuary. It's the place where you meet God face to face, where his voice becomes clearer than the world's noise. Isaiah 30:15 says, "In quietness and trust is your strength." Your strength isn't in running faster or fighting harder. It's in listening deeper. When you hear God's voice, you're not just gaining direction. You're gaining the courage to walk it out. God is preparing you for a moment that will define your life. It's not just about what you'll do, it's about who you'll become. Every time you've felt overlooked or underestimated, God was setting you apart. Every time you felt unworthy, he was calling you worthy. Now, as you pause to listen, he's showing you the truth. You are his masterpiece, created for a purpose that will change the world. Your life is a symphony, chosen one, and God is the conductor. Every note, every rest, every crescendo has been planned by his hand. Right now, you're in the rest, the pause before the music swells. When you listen, you're tuning your heart to his rhythm. You're preparing for a melody that will echo through your life and touch everyone who hears it. You might feel like you're standing at a crossroads, unsure which way to go. But God's voice is your guide. He's not leaving you to guess or stumble. He's speaking clearly, showing you the path that leads to life. John 10:27 says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." You're not lost, you're known. You're not wandering, you're led. This pause is your moment to reset. The world may have pulled you off course, but God is bringing you back. He's reminding you of who you are, why you're here, what you're capable of. When you stop to listen, you're not just hearing words, you're receiving a vision of a life filled with purpose, abundance, and joy. A vision that's yours to claim. God's voice is your shield, chosen one. It protects you from the lies that try to define you. The world may say you're not enough, but God says you're more than enough. The world may say your dreams are too big, but God says they're just the beginning. When you listen, you're arming yourself with the truth that no weapon formed against you can prosper. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. He didn't panic or fight. He trusted God's voice, and that trust shut the mouths of lions. Your pause is your lion's den moment. When you listen, you're trusting that God's voice is stronger than any threat, louder than any fear, greater than any obstacle. Your faith is about to silence what's been trying to destroy you. You're not just pausing, you're preparing. God is equipping you with everything you need for the journey ahead. The skills you've learned, the strength you've gained, the wisdom you've gathered, they're all part of his plan. When you stop to listen, you're not just hearing his voice, you're receiving his power. Power to overcome, to create, to shine. This moment is your turning point, chosen one. It's where you let go of what's been holding you back and embrace what's been waiting for you. God's voice is not just guidance, it's a promise. A promise that you're not alone, that you're not forgotten, that your future is secure. When you listen, you're stepping into that promise with every fiber of your being. You've been through valleys, chosen one, but God is leading you to mountaintops. Every struggle has been a step toward this moment. Every tear has been a seed for your breakthrough. Now, as you pause to listen, you're standing at the edge of something new, something big, something divine. God's voice is calling you to step into it with confidence. Your pause is not a setback, it's a setup. God is aligning the stars for you, chosen one. He's moving mountains you can't see, opening doors you haven't reached. When you stop to listen, you're not just waiting, you're trusting. Trusting that his plan is perfect, that his timing is flawless, that his voice will never lead you astray. Picture a warrior preparing for battle. They don't charge in blindly, they sharpen their sword, study their enemy, listen to their commander. That's what you're doing right now. God is your commander, and his voice is your strategy. When you pause to listen, you're arming yourself for a victory that's already been won. You're not fighting for it, you're walking into it. God's voice is your lifeline, chosen one. It's the thread that connects you to your purpose, your strength, your destiny. When you stop to listen, you're not just hearing words, you're anchoring yourself in truth. Truth that will carry you through storms, guide you through darkness, and lead you to a future that shines with his glory. You're not ordinary, chosen one. You never were. The world may try to dim your light, but God's voice is fanning it into a flame. When you pause to listen, you're letting that flame grow brighter, stronger, unstoppable. You're becoming a beacon of hope, a vessel of purpose, a testimony of His power. Stop for a few seconds and let His voice show you the way. Chosen one. God's voice is not just a sound, it's a fire that burns away doubt and lights the path before you. When you pause to listen, you're stepping into a flame that refines you, purifies you, and reveals the strength you've always carried. This moment is not about standing still, it's about standing in the presence of a power that's reshaping your destiny. God is speaking to you now, calling you to hear the truth that will set your soul ablaze with purpose. Imagine a sculptor chiseling stone. Each strike is precise, intentional, uncovering the masterpiece hidden within. That's what God is doing in this pause. He's carving away the layers of fear, the weight of past failures, the shadows of uncertainty. When you stop to listen, you're letting Him shape you into the person you were always meant to be. Every word He speaks is a strike that reveals your true form, a creation of divine beauty and strength. This moment is your awakening. Chosen one. God's voice is stirring something deep within you, something that's been waiting to rise. You've felt it before, that pull towards something greater, that sense that your life is meant for more. Now, as you pause, He's fanning that spark into a flame that will light up the world. His words are not just guidance, they're the fuel for a fire that will burn through every obstacle in your path. You've walked through seasons of struggle, but God is calling you to a season of revelation. Think of Elijah, standing on the mountain, waiting for God's voice. It wasn't in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire, it was in a gentle whisper. Your pause is where you hear that whisper. It's where you find the clarity to see what's next, the courage to take the step, the faith to trust His plan. This is your mountain moment, chosen one.